What's up guys, Pidget here. This is the most satisfying league starter that I came across. Blight of Contagion Occultist clear is just insane. You can kill 2 screen away anything with a simple cast if there are many enemies near each other. Blight of Contagion is a channeling spell that deals stacking chaos damage over time to all enemies in area front of you. Unlike the original skill, this transfigured version has a faster caster time and its damage over time deals more damage, has longer duration and can be spread by contagion. The reason why we choose Occultist is because this has the highest potential to deal more damage. Majority of the Ascendancy nodes associated with chaos damage. Void Beacon is just pure damage increase because it's lowering down the enemy chaos resistance, also gives us huge quality of life, nullifying the enemy health regen. Withering Presence give more damage and also gives us chaos resistance, making so easy to cap our chaos resistance. Unholy Authority gives us additional curse and we can also apply curses on hexproof enemies, which is a pretty damn good because at the league start you rolling pretty often hexproofs on your maps while you trying to get the completion bonus. This is an excellent choice if you just want to blast maps, Legion and the new reworked Breach will be a breeze with this. The only problem with this build is the single target selling. Is kinda low. We're talking about 5 to 8 million DPS, but this is with very good gear. So this build is more like get your voice stones, farm a little more, and then swap to another build. As always, I including a leveling section, a notes section, and how to progress your gems while you playing this build if you're choosing as a league starter. You just click on this little box, there will be a pop-out menu, and just select the corresponding tree to your character that you currently level around that level, so you can just see what nodes to take and when and how your tree will look like around level 92. Drop down menu, you can select level 12, level 13 and 38 plus, so you will see what to use till you getting your Blight of Contagion. Although you can level, by the way, Essence Drain very easily, complete the campaign, and even I would say Blight of Contagion will be not a meta skill, so you can literally just purchase it for 5 chaos and breeze through the campaign, even the early maps easily, because I was done a solo self-found run and honestly the damage was keeping up till red maps very easily because the bottleneck was I was still on a 4 link, so that was a kind of bad because I did not get a 5 link. If you want raid league you can just literally easily purchase a 5 link, even a 6 link on first day, so your damage will be so much better and also better gear as well on the first few hours than I had in solo self-found environment. Now let's talk about a little bit the tree. Sadly the start, the chaos dots, not getting too much boost on early level. Only your damage boost is the spell damage here. If we opening up the level 12, you will see literally just spell damage here, and basically that's it. The next boost will be around like level 50, level 16, so here, and then the next few levels you will not getting any damage related. This will be the next damage upgrade that you will getting, and that is the last for many levels because there is nothing else that you can take. So honestly you could take the harsh lessons if you want, but it will delay all of the stuff that you need to take, because normally you taking here the influence and later on the entropy, and then if you're not doing this you cannot fit, by the way, the auras that is corresponding on this level, so you will delay too much, I feel like. So this is why we just traveling here, travel, and then taking these wheels here. That's about the leveling on the tree. And the other thing is, guys, I want to raise attention. So this build also has a tons of evasion, and this is why we picking the Ghost Dance, and as you can see here we have energy shield as well, a ton once again, so the recovery is kinda there. This is the first time I ever took this wheel, the Overcharged, with the charge mastery. So why we taking that one? Because this is making all of the charges last 20 seconds. So technically speaking we can tick the frenzy, endurance and power charge in the PoE because this has 20-second long duration. And you will kill pretty often monsters, so I would say your frenzy and endurance charge uptime will be insane on maps, even while you doing Legion. And also if you just going in a boss fight, you will have all of these charges because 20 seconds is a pretty damn long time. Some people will maybe ask why I have the frenzy charge and all of the charges sticked in the PoB, so that's why. Few words about the Ascendancy. We will use the Void Beacon, we will use Withering Presence. This both is a huge damage multiplier, as you can see here. Literally it's 30% all of this, and we will use Unholy Authority because we can apply an additional curse, and also we can apply curses on hexproof enemies. The last Ascendancy choice is literally up to you. So you can use the Forbidden Power to gain a little bit more area and a little bit more damage. Once again, we have the overcharge allocated, we can just generate power charges, and also after we spending 200 mana, we gaining a power charge, so technically speaking, this can be up all the time. And the next thing, you can take the Vibration. Now, this is why I said it's up to you what you want, because Vibration will be grant you an energy shield regen and also cannot be stunned while you have energy shield, which is very, very massive, because once again, we have a 2k energy shield, so stun immunity in a channeling build always welcome in my opinion, so you will not need to deal with you getting stunned in the middle of the channeling or something like that. But once again, this is up to you. And now I want to talk about a few words the damage, because maybe some people would say 1.5 million Blight of Contagion DPS is not that much. Skill effect duration is 6.8 seconds, so that means you channeling 3 seconds and then you can run around 7 seconds. So your damage will be under that around almost 9 million. So technically speaking, you go in, channeling your ability a little bit, dropping down your totem, you using Withering Step, and then you have immediately maximum stacks on the target, and you can just run around for the next almost 7 seconds. The uptime of this build is very, very big. Although, so I did not want it to tick in this one because that is kind of padding, but when the boss is reaching 50% health, it will activate the punishment, as you can see here. Here is the punishment. So the punishment gives you a lot of damage, as you can see, 400k. So almost 2 million single target DPS is kind of good, especially if you're talking about the dot ability. This is why I did not want it to enable, because obviously not every single time the enemy will have low life, but this is just for bossing. On bosses, you know, the single target help is welcomed, because that is where the build struggles once again. Items. So honestly guys, this build not using one single unique item, as you can see here, absolutely basic items. So I can tell you that scales and that's it. So all of your damage will comes from the levels and from your Blight of Contagion itself, and also from your wand and shield, but that is not surprising. And I can raise your attention, there is a one unique helmet that could be a very, very nice choice, and that is the Vertex. Although you have to know the Vertex comes from Überadziri herself, so that is kind of hard to get, especially because Überadziri is not anymore in the feared invitation, so maybe even less people will care about the Vertex and in general Überadziri, but we will see what is getting changed. But so I include here in the notes, by the way, so the Vertex was last league 10 KS. So if you can get your hands on the Vertex for cheap, then you can have a very, very nice helmet, and also gives you tons of chaos res, and also, you know, tons of energy shield evasion, which is welcomed. But as you can see here, with a rare helmet, you can also pretty damn easily just reach pretty damn good maximum hit numbers. And now let's talk about the skill gems. So we're using Blight of Contagion, Void Manipulation, Contra Destruction, Arcane Surge, Focus Channeling, and Infused Channeling. Now, I need to raise your attention. The Focus Channeling only gives you more damage than any other support gem if you channeling this one more than 3 seconds, because as you can see here, this gives us tons of damage. This is the best support gem that you can use with the Blight of Contagion, which is a massive. So keep in mind this one, and when you doing boss fights, so you need to stand there and channel your ability. Although your mana regen, as you can see here, it's not quite right there, so sadly you will need to use an enduring eternal mana flask. So this will as you can see here, immediately will provide you enough mana regen. Our Wither source is coming from two sources, by the way. So one is the Wither totem with multiple totem, spell totem, and also we will use Withering Step. But Withering Step is just for when you mapping or something like that, because you encountering a rare, you channeling, Withering Stepping, and then bam, you can have very, very nice Wither stacks on the rare, so it will just die very, very quickly. And here is the Contagion itself. Contagion with Intensify and increase the rare, because Intensify is also giving you a tons of rare, because if we checking out, this has 2.8 meter, which is kind of big, by the way. So if you taking a look here, that is the spread of your Contagion. This is why it's absolutely insane in Legion, in Breach, or any sort of activity that involves a lot of monsters. And the auras here: Clarity, Grace, Arctic Armor, and Malevolence. Arctic Armor for the physical damage reduction, and also it grants you a freeze immunity, which is very, very welcomed in my opinion, because it frees up your Pantheon slot, and then you can just take a much better Pantheon. And also this will can provide you majority of benefits, such as like avoid projectiles, reduce elemental damage when you take a hit recently, and also physical damage reduction, which is the build locking. And now we're using Despair, Punishment, and Arcanist Brand. The movement skill setup: Shield Charge, Faster Attack, Momentum, and Withering Step. Once again, this is my Blight of Contagion Occultist League Starter build guide, and I hope you guys, if you choosing this one, you will have fun with it. Honestly, when I was doing my solo self-found run, I had a blast with this. Oh my god, I was enjoying it. So I know the single target looks like bad and low, but the clear is just one of the most satisfying build that I played. And if you're just doing a single test run before league start, or just purchasing the skill itself and just starting on level 1, and you will feel it's just so good feeling. So this build, once again guys, this is more like you farming with this build, not boss killer. You will not face tank uber bosses, I feel like, even with high investment, even with like mage blood level of investment, I feel like, because that is just, I would say, impossible almost, because how the scaling works with the chaos dots. Till then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.